good evening. Skylar has decided, I got for 2 seconds, and Skylar decided that that's where she wanted to sit. So there's that. Hello, Lonely Hitchhiker Kent. What's going on? Howdy, Tim from Ridge Life. Shiloh Acres. Hello, Greg. Hello, everyone. What's going on? David Glunt. Ridge Life, you are lucky it wasn't the wiring. That happened to my mom, and it cost her $3K to get fixed. I know Tim had a little issue happening over there. Auntie Ann, what's going on? So what time will Mike come in, if at all? He says he's going to pop in at least for a little bit, or he's going to try. That's what he said. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully he can. Go Ridge Life Restored, LOL. Tim, your name means honoring God. There you go. That's not a bad way to have your name be, huh? What's up, Paul? There we go. I need my glasses. I'm squinting real hard today, aren't I? Let me go grab my glasses. There's some right over here. I literally, some days is better than others. Today is one of those days where it's not better. It's not better today. And these are really dirty. They've been sitting in my chair. I don't usually by the time I sit down in my chair, I don't have my contacts on anymore. I have my glasses, and so I don't need my reading glasses, but I usually keep a pair in the living room just in case. Hey Sid, loved yesterday's short with Frankie. Oh good, thank you. That was an oldie but a goodie. You guys haven't watched the short, I think, or which one, or maybe it was today's short. I don't remember. That one is my favorite. It's the one where she says her Russian accent, and it cracks me up. Dan, what's going on? Melody, Sid, I got brand new bifocals. Oh, look at you. You fancy. My doctor won't give me bifocals yet because he said if I really, really wanted them, I could get them. But he said he didn't recommend them yet for the point that I'm at because they would end up being more of a pain than worth it at this point. So we'll see. So now I have a pair of these in my truck, which actually they broke. So the one, like they're like monocles now. And then I have a pair that I keep in my purse. I have a pair I keep upstairs next to my computer or my laptop, which is downstairs right now. And then I have a pair in here and a pair in the kitchen for when I need to read recipes. So I've got them scattered in their designated areas. Frankie's at the store looking for a rich husband. That's right. That's right. The shorts are a hoot. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying them, Greg. Glad you're enjoying them. Charlene Grady, what's going on? What's going on? 10 degrees here on the Mississippi coast this morning. Whoo-wee. Yeah, it was about that here. It was like 9 or 10 or 11 degrees or something about the time I got up. And I have coffee on the front porch every morning with Bunko without fail. Unless it's colder than 17 degrees, it's too cold to sit out there. Like 20 degrees, I can sit out there and be bundled up and be fine. Anything colder than that starts to get uncomfortable real quick. And Bunko spent the night in the house last night because it got down to like 9 or 10 or whatever it was. But I think it's only supposed to get down to 19 tonight. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was too cold for coffee on the front porch this morning. So I told Frankie, I was like, you're on your own. You're walking out by yourself this morning. Prayers and blessings from Eastern Iowa. Well, thank you. Glenn and Shannon, Salty Life. It sure was, Billy. Yeah, it's cold. And I know, I mean, Louisiana getting snow, and like, it's funny, the places further south than us getting snow, when typically you think of, northern places getting more snow, and we're more northern, but we're too cold, and we didn't have the right conditions. There's no moisture. It's dry as a bone. And it's just bitter cold, and wind chill of like 0. So it's super cold. Every morning I have to go out there and take my pickaxe and hammer away at water. I come inside looking like I have icicles all over me because it's a mess. It's a mess, I tell you. It's a mess. I nearly spat my coffee out on the keyboard with Frankie's Russian accent and Mike screaming, "No, you did not." I know. That was a thing. And that was a while back, obviously. She looked like a baby in that video, but um, she and I will randomly do accents. And for whatever reason, we got on this Russian accent kick. And she one day just spit out the phrase, I go to store to find the rich husband. And it was like, just became a thing. And so I made her do it in a video one day. But that's pretty funny. Best news, worn bifocal for years. First time real doc, found my own prescription. Took 2 weeks, but after all my coupons on the last day of FlexCard, it was free. I worked for it. Medical takes 184 a week. That's right. Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. Even like we purchase our insurance, and it's expensive. It's better than the last one we had, but it's still, when I get a bill for something, I'm like, really? Like, I already paid, a gazillion dollars this month, and I have to pay on top of that because I actually went to the doctor. It just seems a little silly, but it is what it is. That's right. Exactly, Melody. They get you coming or going. They get their money no matter what. Don't get me started on insurance. Must find moose and squirrel. That's right. That's right. 100%. 2 degrees here in Ohio at 8 a.m. By noon it was 16. Now it's 4. How is everything there, Sid? It's not too bad, Jerry. It's just I'm moving cold all week. I've been having to truck water out because the hoses are obviously all frozen. We actually had a hiccup with that today, which I'm probably slip it into next week's video. Had a little incident with that, so that's going to be a problem for me moving forward that we're going to have to address. But yeah, it'll be fine. It's just been real cold. Um, like, you walk outside to go do animal chores and you walk in and your whole face is just wind chapped and cold and can't feel your fingers, and it's a little chilly. Frankie's personality is the same as it is now when she was little. Yeah, pretty much. I think she's gotten a little bit spunkier, even if that's possible, than she was when she was little. But she's she gets that from me. I'll take credit. Why not? I'll take credit for it. I'm telling you. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, it's funny because I'll spill the beans a little bit. We had um, Mike came out to fill a cup of water or rinse something out or whatever, and he's like, and I was upstairs, and he was like, "Hey, there's no water pressure," and I had literally just taken a shower and it had been fine, and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "There's no water pressure," and I'm thinking, "Well, I do have the dishwasher running right now," and so anyway, we went exploring, and one of the new outside water lines that we did, one of the tees that we teed off of, he did with PVC, and it broke, and it was just streaming water out of it. Like, it had come unfrozen just enough at the midpoint of the day that it busted it through and was running water everywhere. So that was fun. So that means that I guess none of my other hoses, according to what Mike said to me earlier, will work, I guess, because of where it's teed off from. So we'll see. Might have to be fixing that sooner rather than later. But, we'll see. What? I don't know. I must have missed something about the meat pie filler. I don't know. 20 birds bathing in the bird bath, 62 degrees. Don't brag, Greg. Don't brag. She gets that from you, Sid. Sid taught Frankie how to fight Mike as she grew up. Yeah, probably. Got to be tough if you're going to be little. Frozen and busted pipes. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. At least these were just like outside water lines. Like, the house is fine. But the new water lines that we just ran, the one didn't make it. Yeah, no hoses for animals sucks. And luckily, like, it's not too bad. I can usually like limp along for a few days without that. Like, I can, like yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I brought 5-gallon bucket inside and I just kept filling it up with hot water and then trucking it out to their waters. And then today, I used one of the other horse feeders and put the other water in it for the ducks, and then I put the water that was in the chicken water, which they, the little thingies were basically frozen, so they couldn't get any water out of it. So I broke it up and then dumped that water into their bigger water pond, so they still had water. And then I've had to go out there and like break it up a few times, and I know it'll still be frozen solid when I go out there in the morning. Same thing with the goat trough and the Beulah's trough. Brought hot water out there, and I hadn't realized yesterday when I did it, I hadn't realized that it had frozen over again because it hadn't been that long since I'd been out there. And I looked out my bathroom window and I see Beulah going like this on the top layer of her trough, like biting the surface. And I was like, that freeze already? And I went down there and sure enough, it was. So I broke it up for her and she was happy about that. But then, of course, the dogs in the goat pen, after I chipped everything up and basically, broke up all the ice, they were going in, pulling out the chunks of ice and chomping on them. They think that's amazing. So that's their favorite. Yeah. Yeah, it's trough work. Yep. You're out, no curly hair. That just means I washed my hair. Kentucky bluegrass living. I know I get a lot of people commenting lately when I wear my hair wavy that they really like it. And I'm like, that's cool. Just know that when you see that, it usually means I haven't washed my hair. It's one day dirty. I'm not one of those girls that can go like 3 or 4 days, not because like my hair is not particularly oily. I just can't. I might go like 2 days if the second day I curl it, the third day, I may wear it up in a big messy bun or something, but that's the best I can do. After that, I gotta wash it. So all my water lines are 4 feet deep and I have hydrants, so I don't have to worry about freezing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this is just the like where it tees up where the spigot is, and that's what cracked. So, you know. Oh, see, I cannot do braids. Like, I don't look good with my hair braided, I don't think, number 1. Frankie looks amazing with her hair braided. Like, she gets all her friends love to braid her hair because she has really pretty hair. And but I have tried to learn 100 times. When Frankie was little, I tried so hard to learn how to do all the pretty cool braids. I could never do it. She would just get the standard braid. That was all I could ever manage to do. So, you know. Okay, you'll hang in there. You just wait for my hair to get dirty. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, and then this weekend, we don't have a kid this weekend because she's got D now, which is discipleship now, which is like a weekend long program with the churches all kind of in our area, just all joined together. I mean, I know they do it in other areas, but all the churches kind of join together and they split up the kids and then they have worship together and all that good stuff. And so I had to pick up some things today for our youth pastor so that they had some of the supplies they needed for the weekend. And I may still have to go get some more things for her if she needs more help because she was a little stressed today. They told her today that there was like an extra 75 kids than she thought there was going to be, which is kind of a lot. So, yeah, which is good. It means our youth program grew a lot since last year, but I think it's still a little stressful. I know. I don't know how to French braid either. I wish I did too. I mean, I know how to do it. I cannot do it. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do. I've watched all the tutorials, all the hacks, all the things. One of my friends that was a hairdresser spent like an hour trying to teach me once. And I would be like, yeah, okay, I get it. And then I would try to do it and nothing. I don't know why my brain won't talk to my fingers. So it's annoying. Baby fine hair, I do a straight braid and a barrette on top with a quick bun. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You could do tiny braids and put beads on them. You could shake your head and make music. Yeah, I could. I don't think I'll be doing that. Dinner is about to be served, Sid. Check out Shannon's snowman snow cat creating abilities. I was impressed. I know, not a lot of practice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good if she was able to make something like that. Your hair is really long past your rear. Can't French braid it. Yeah, that's hard. Used to love to French braid my hair when I had it long. Really? That's crazy. My son's been using an old crock pot to keep water in for his chickens, and he said it works great, but he keeps it turned down on low and it doesn't freeze. Yeah, that works great for some people. All the crock pots that I have ever had, even on warm, are scalding. And I would be more worried that the chickens would burn themselves. And I know they make other things that you can like put in the water, and there's all kinds of little hot hacks or whatever. I've never had one be successful. And with us only having really cold weather where it's this kind of like frozen for days, for like 4 or 5 days, it's not worth really trying to find a solution for, other than for those few days I have to carry 5-gallon buckets from the house. Is what it is. Like, not the end of the world. I just make sure that the day before I refill everybody's waters and clean everything out really well, because I know for the next few days it's going to be a struggle. So that's what I always do. Oh no. Oh no, Tim. No, I don't even think he's seen Ryan in weeks. Ryan had the flu, and then they were out of town, and now, like, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Hello, Rodney from Maryland. How is that truck coming along? They put the air filter on. They haven't done they ripped the inside out. They haven't done any serious mechanic work on it yet for a couple different reasons. They were trying to get the shop ready so they could pull the truck in to the shop, and they're still kind of finishing up building out what they want to build out in the shop before he can drag that in there and really start to tearing it apart. So it'll get there. It'll get there. Yeah, my crock pot gets really hot, or really hot and warm as well. Yeah. Yeah. My best friend wanted all of us girls to have heart-shaped braids. Trying to find one stylist that could do it was a chore. Oh yeah, I had one hairstylist that years and years ago that did that for Frankie when she was little, and it was so cute. And I was like, enjoy it this time because you'll never have this again. Country to coast, no worries. Glad to have you. Better late than never, as I always say. How is Frankie doing? Is she a senior this year? No, bite your tongue. She's a freshman this year. She's doing well. This semester is a lot harder, she said, than the first semester. It's just the way that her class schedule worked out. So this class schedule, so when I was a kid, we just had class periods, and you had the same class periods, 1 through 7, all day, changing every hour roughly. And you had that for both the first semester and the second semester. Here, they have block classes and period classes. So some classes are like an hour and 45 minutes long, and some classes are like an hour. And she this semester ended up with all block classes. So, and she has all her like harder classes in the second semester versus the first semester. So she's kind of like about it, but I'm like, look, you only have a couple more months of these classes, really, because they get out, in May, and the last like week or week and a half of school is, if she's gotten good grades up to that point, is really, she doesn't have to worry about it. So you're really only talking like the rest of January, February, March you've got spring break, April, and then you're practically out of school. So I'm like, you're in the home stretch, but yeah, she's only a freshman. But she got tryouts starting, what is it, in a week or two for, I think it's week after next, for color guard again, because they have to try out every year. So she's excited for that. Ooh, -1 in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, says Pat. Ooh. Oh, I had a chicken lay an egg on the size of a duck egg. Well, that's good. I've had that happen before where it's like, whoa, that girl's broken now. But made it, got stuck on the phone. That's right. You tell that friend I gotta call you back. Oh yeah, see in California where I lived growing up, going to school, we didn't have block classes at our school. I do remember hearing some other high schools and things did have them, but in my school district we didn't have them. So that was like a foreign concept to me. I still have to ask Frankie. I was like, so what class is that? What period? And she'll be like, it's my block. And I'm like, I don't like what? What's a block? I still don't get it, but it's fine. Cool. I have a 1987 Chevy Custom Deluxe with a 5-speed V6. Nice, Rodney. 42 here in Hudson, Florida. You probably was it too warm for snow there? It has to be just right for snow. You never had them either, Greg? Yeah. I don't know, it's weird. And they do stuff very differently out here as far as like the school schedule of things and like how it all flows. So it's taken some adjusting, but I think I finally got the hang of it. You had one class that was 3 hours long. Oh man. I do remember though, my senior year of high school, I had the best schedule. I really only had one class left that was mandatory that I had to take. It was English class, which was fine because I loved English. And then I was on yearbook. I was the editor of my yearbook. So I had yearbook, which wasn't technically a class, I think. Was it a class? Oh no, we did have a class period. That's right. But we finished the yearbook and turned it in like right after the first semester. So the rest of the year, we would do a little bit of planning for the following year, but then we would just kind of hang out. And then I was also my yearbook advisor's TA, and I was a TA for my drama teacher because I did both plays my senior year. And I had a college course that was a political science class that only met for like 3 months out of the year, my senior year. So I had a free period and it was right before lunch. So that was back in the day when they still let you leave campus for lunch. So I could leave, I want to say I could leave campus at like 10:30 in the morning because it was whatever that class period was before. And then I didn't have to be back until like, 12:30 or something like that. So I had this like huge break in the middle of the day. I could go run errands. I would usually go, there was a Rubio's, which if you're not from California, you don't know what a Rubio's is, but it's like, if you're from California, you know what Rubio's is. So I'd go get a Baja Bowl and bring my book with me, and I'd read and sit there and have my salad for a while and then go back to campus. Second semester was start here for Emily Tuesday. However, no school due to the weather. Ha! Don't you love it? Don't you love it? A 1963 Rambler. It was pink. I love it. That's awesome, Melody. I love that. CB Ramblin' Rose. Frankie's going with the truck. She's decided that's what she wants to name it. Very original. I know. But it may get shortened at some point to just truck. I don't know. I mean, Truly, that's my truck. Like I name stuff though. I like to name stuff. Frankie's not really as into that as I am. So I don't know. 3-hour class in college called contingencies. Just brutal. Oh yeah, that sounds like it. 8 inches of snow in Donaldsonville, Louisiana. My goodness, that's crazy. I only went to school for half a day my senior year. Yeah, back in the day, that was a lot more common. I think now it's weird. Now what they do is they have the kids graduate early. So like most of the kids graduate in December. So it's nuts. Like, and I get like there's a lot of wasted time your senior year specifically, especially if you've been like a diligent student and made sure, like I took summer courses and I did like, I did all the things, and so I could take all the electives I wanted my senior year and still like, but yeah, kind of crazy, kind of crazy. My senior year, I had to work experience for 2 classes after lunch. Oh, see, there you go. Our dramatic lit teacher hates block classes. Yeah, I feel like you probably are losing the kids' interest after, a little while. Marie, what's going on? How are you feeling, hon? What's happening? My senior year had, oh, I already read that one, Greg. I'm okay. I lost my place there. Got excited when I saw Marie. Shiloh Acres, I was in VOTEC, so I had 3 hours at the homeschool and 3 hours at VOTEC. Yup. Telling you. The truck could be a movie like The Car. That's right. Or, God, that just went out of my head. The Stephen King book / movie with the car. Blank. It's a one word. Cujo's the one with the dog. What's the one with the car? Not Christine. Is it Christine? Yeah, Christine's the one with the car, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I think it's Christine. That doesn't sound right, though. I don't know. One of y'all will chime in. Yes? Okay. That's why I'm like, I couldn't remember. Christine. Okay, I am right. I'm like, for some reason, I flashed back on 1980s in the video biz, which is where we used to rent our movies from, and all I could picture was the cover, because they had all, like, I think they pretty much had all the Stephen King stuff together, but I was picturing the Cujo cover of the VHS, and I'm going, that's not the movie. There's one with a car, and I couldn't think of the name of it, and it came to me like a whispered song in my ear. Yeah, Christine. He's got a new one coming out. Can't remember what it's called or even what book it's from or whatever, but I know there's one. That's right. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, kids. That's right. Thank you, Ace, for the reminder. Appreciate you. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, so anyway, I started to say Frankie's going to be gone all weekend, which means they won't be building anything together or doing anything together. So I don't know what he and I are going to work on. But it's also supposed to be rainy. So I'm not sure what we're going to end up doing that we'll be able to film this weekend. I mean, we always have lots of stuff to do, but it's a matter of like, is it film worthy or is it just boring? So we'll see. Like last night, silly me, we did some pressure canning and I should have filmed it, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking about that at the time. Because it was sort of a last minute thing and there was some other stuff going on. And anyway, I didn't. And then this morning I was like, why didn't I film that? I know, me too, Greg. I miss the video store. I miss like the mom and pop video stores. I miss the Blockbuster that you could go to that like had that smell of Blockbuster and you could like walk up and down. I mean, that was when Mike and I were dating. That was our thing. We would rent a movie on Monday because Monday was like our weekend because he was doing music full time and I had a later shift on Mondays. So I got home a little later and he would sleep in most of the day. And then he would call in the food order and I would go pick it up and I would go, we'd decide on a movie or whatever. And, I'd go rent it. And then when we were not working crazy hours like that, we would go drive over to the Blockbuster on Friday night and go pick out a movie to watch. And, you ever can rooster to see if it makes it tender? I have not, well, outside of like Cornish cross, I haven't canned just any other like regular rooster. Number one, I never have that many roosters that I need to get rid of that it would warrant busting out the canner for. But I feel like I feel like it would be fine, honestly, because we've canned couple of tough cuts of meat before. I think we did some couple of tough cuts of beef and some of the tougher cuts of venison that we've canned before, and they fall apart tender, like, and they end up being great for stews and stuff. But her eyes roll back in her head like she's possessed by the demons. You see that? And she's snoring. That dog cracks me up. She got her eyes fully rolled back in her head. Anyway, she's a hoot. But yeah. So I would imagine it would be fine. I like to make, like, when I get a rooster which hasn't happened in a while. I mean, I've made it since then with other stuff, but it really is best with a rooster to make some cocoa bomb. That is my favorite to make. You just need one good rooster for it. Skin on if you can. If not, rub it down with bacon grease, because I've done that too in a pinch. Hope Wolf, where did I get my seed bead earrings? I have a ton of these. My friends used to sell, oh shoot, what's it called? What's the name of that one? I can't think of the name of that company where it's like their $5 earrings and they have consultants and each consultant gets a name. I can't think of what it's called right now. I can't think of it. Not Pampered Chef, not Tupperware, but it's like that. Shoot, I cannot think of the name of it right now. I have no idea. Paparazzi. There we go. It came to me in a dream. Paparazzi. It's Paparazzi Joy. Yeah. You have too many, they might end up broth. I mean, I would try canning the meat and then make a nice stock out of the carcasses. In fact, tonight, after I pick up Frankie after this, I'm going to get going on another turkey stock. I made one turkey stock day before yesterday, and then Mike parted out another bird, and so I'm making some more stock tonight. But I was out of, like, onions, carrots, celery. I was out of all the things, so I had to go to the store today and pick up a couple things for that. So, you know, had to be done. Had to be done. I pulled a mic. Yeah, probably. Are you guys going to keep the old school motor in the truck? I think that's the plan. As far as I know, they're going to try to keep whatever is still usable and working there and just restore. And then anything that needs replaced, they'll replace. But as far as I know, like the end, like it runs. It just needs some TLC. And everything running to and from it needs some love. But other than that, that's right. That's right. Big country, I'm here. Hello from Texas. What's going on? Oh no, Kitty would sleep with his eyes open. Oh no, that would be unnerving. Harvest Guild lids for canning. I have not, and I have not heard of them either. Are those the ones I have heard talk of, like ones that are supposed to be like that people have been like using over and over and over again? Is that what that one is? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. I have a blue one the same year. I call her Lady Blue. You're welcome, Hope. I still have like one friend. I think I have one friend that still sells paparazzi, but they have like some, like I have a lot of their stuff. So, because my one friend was selling it for a while and I bought a lot. And some of it she gave to me because I was wearing it in my videos and putting her information in the description for a while. So I had like a good deal going there for a bit too. Because I like jewelry. Emily's first word was while Rob and I were watching Christine. Christine runs down the punk and she says, down. Oh, that's funny. Said y'all should do a surprise Saturday video doing a mix-up of things in the shop and garage. Yeah, maybe. It's funny. Sometimes those videos kind of become a hot mess. But sometimes those videos do really well and can be really funny. But it's really like a crapshoot, you know? So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he and I will talk about it, you know, Friday night or tomorrow night and kind of figure it out. Ew, I heard headless chickens run around. Well, they can, and in my experience, I've seen them flop around more than really run, but I know people that have seen them actually take off running. But yeah, it's just their nerves, you know. Where is the diva tonight, Sid? Can't hear him. I think he's like answering emails. He said he was going to try to pop out, but we're halfway through and he hasn't, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going to pop out or not. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Hey, what's going on, Brian? I'm running around doing stuff, so I can't comment right now. I'm watching and listening. Right on, Brian. That's right. Then your farmhouse, he will be on tonight at 9 o'clock, and I will be in bed by then. Well, actually, no, I probably won't be because I'm making that stock tonight. So we'll see. Or at least I'm starting the stock tonight. I'll probably finish it in the morning. Let it cook all day. Yes, they're the reusable lids. Yeah, I have not. Listen, the one thing, here's the one thing. The one thing with canning is you want to make sure that everything is clean and sealed well. Because your one danger with canning and why some people turn their nose up at canning is the potential for botulism and things like that. Which is rare because most people are very careful when they can and whatever. But I think if you were, if you're really careful and you're only using it for yourself and you're really paying attention to checking if it's sealed properly and all that, yeah. If I was selling the good, like if I wouldn't use it for that, I feel like, or even gifting it to someone. I feel like I wouldn't do that because I feel like it would be potentially not good. So, I don't know. Never heard of paparazzi? Yeah, it's just like one of those like Jen knows about paparazzi. Hey Jen. She was complimenting my earrings and I was telling her. It took me like 5 minutes to remember the word, like what they were called. Like I couldn't remember paparazzi. I kept saying like all I could think of was Rodeo Queen Bling because that was the name of her shop. They do if you don't put them in a funnel to bleed out. Yeah, but even if you cut their head off, in my experience, because I've done this too, they just flop. They don't get up and run. I know some people have said they've seen them get up and run, but so I don't know. I can say that because I'm followed around by paparazzi. Hardly, hardly. That's right. Big Country makes jewelry. I don't know. I forget what kind of jewelry you actually make, though. There's so many different kinds. Do you make seed bead earrings? Because that's what she was specifically asking about. Tell Melody if you make seed bead earrings or not, because that's what she like. Mike, where are you? Thank God for our new president, Donald John Trump. That's right. Alex doesn't. Alex just is fine as long as I'm here. Oh, I hear the turning of the doorknob. Perhaps he will grace us with his presence. Maybe not. He's going to the kitchen. My grandma used to use an axe when processing chickens, and yes, they ran around. I remember it scared the pudding out of me. Yeah, see, I've never had one do that. So yeah, I mean, I've seen them flop around afterwards, but not get up and run a marathon. Dana Mason, what's going on? Staying healthy, warm, and blessed. And Tim and I are lurking. Love it. Oh, now Jen. Just because you're not besties anymore, it's okay. They're cute earrings. Thank you. Big hugs to Jen. Jen B. That's right. I need to try to stay awake. I mod for Peter at 10. Oh my goodness. Reverend Joe. I hope you can stay awake. I cannot stay awake like that. Not even. Oh, I can move. Well, there's a dog there, but we can make her move too.
Come here, Sky. Come on.
She snuck up here.
Bye-bye.
Come on. We gotta make room for Daddy.
Take your time.
She will. She's 97,000 years
She's
old.
tripping out over this cord right here.
Oh, she just lift it up for her. She'll walk underneath it. Or, oh my God, she's a mess. She's a lot, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our poor Sky. She's just rapidly, the last few months, her age is catching up to her.
She's going downhill.
She's a lot, that poor thing. But she's a good girl. What are you, where are you? Why are you like this?
I'm looking for something to set my glasses
Oh,
on.
I was trying to figure out what you were spazzing over.
Oh, there they are.
I had to move because my computer's in my.
What's going on? Big Country doing seed bead stuff? Okay.
Oh, right on. Yeah, because somebody asked me about my earrings. Melody did in there, and then I
remember somebody doing that when I was a kid.
It's like a
maybe with my older sister. Somebody in my family was making like.
It's a Native American thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's possible that your family was doing it.
Mike. What's up, Mike?
You called and Mike came. That's right, Melody. You have the power. I'm gonna need you. Melody? I'm gonna need you on speed dial. So he'll come when you call him. Larry Perry says, "Hey, Mike." He actually is quite the ordeal. I'll just tell you guys. I'll film it for an upcoming video. I don't know what's in it. He sent a package weeks ago, and it got lost between Memphis and here, and it got bounced around a bit. Anyway, it finally ended up here yesterday, and I picked it up today. And it's something for you and for Frankie.
Yeah. It's here.
It's in the back of my truck. I didn't bring it inside yet.
You didn't happen to check the mail down at the mailbox, did you?
Negative, Nancy. I did not.
I ordered some batteries for my flashlight. The rechargeable NiCad batteries for the.
I believe you. For your old lights.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, David Glunt changed his name to David Glunt in Delaware. So now we know where he is.
A while ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Are me and Frankie going to do barbecue night videos?
We might do one. I don't know.
I think I want to dabble with a few of those, and we haven't talked about this.
Well, yeah.
But I do think that
she's quite the barbecuer, folks. Like homegirl can cook a steak.
She's coming along.
Homegirl
she's coming along.
Yeah. She's pretty good.
Yeah, like she still has a lot of experience needed, right? In a lot of areas, but we've been focusing on.
To be fair, she is grilling on the Blackstone.
She's grilling on the Blackstone.
She's not grilling on like an open
She's
flame.
grilling specific cuts.
Yeah.
But she's learning some really important foundational work right now. So yeah, and if I'll tell you right now, if you gave her a Blackstone and an 1.25 inch cut, decent steak, she would cook it perfectly.
Yeah, and she made that venison the one night that was like, I don't remember what cut it was, but it was really good.
Yeah, that's backstrap.
Was it? Yeah, it was really good.
National Hot Sauce. It's National Hot Sauce Day. Is it really?
That's funny. You just bottled your hot sauce.
I just bottled a bunch of hot sauce last night. Have you tasted it yet?
I did not.
You should taste it right now.
Well, I haven't eaten anything. Well,
you should put some of it on a chicken and a biscuit.
Go fetch.
Oh, guys, she's about to taste my latest hot sauce batch.
All right, go fetch for me and I'll taste it. I make jewelry, but I shake way too bad for those tiny beads. I would rather just buy those. No, I get you, Hope. I don't have the eyesight for it or the. Yeah, I mean, I don't shake too bad, but like I don't have the dexterity required. I don't think.
What do you want, chicken and biscuit or?
That's fine. Chicken biscuit's fine. No snow here in North Texas. Yeah. I thought about doing some lives in the morning time. I'm stuck in bed and bored. Aw. I'm sorry. I hope at least you're getting the rest you need. I know sometimes when you're in the hospital, they just wake you up every 2 seconds, and that's not exactly pleasant.
Yeah, right. My latest batch. So here's the deal, guys. If she says it's good, I'll tell you the recipe.
Oh, if I say it's terrible,
No.
then
If
he'll
she
tell you the
says
recipe.
anything other than, if she says like, yeah, but then no.
Oh, all right. Well,
You know?
you probably shouldn't have said that in front of me
What?
because that gives me bias.
Yeah, but you don't care whether or not I give them the recipe.
That's accurate.
It doesn't matter to you. There it is. Bottled last night. This
Fermented for ages.
fermented for a long time.
Oh, you're not going to serve me?
Oh,
You're not going to put it on my cracker for me, sir? You have to do it just so.
right on top of your computer there.
Well, oh, that's right. Because you didn't put the little pour spout in, so it's going to
It's
come
because it's
out.
a little on the thick side.
That's what she said.
You and those, that's what she said jokes. This is a family show.
Is it? That's what she said. That's how we got a family.
Just eat your chicken and a biscuit with hot sauce on it. Okay.
Did you try this?
Yeah, I tried it.
Was it too hot for you?
It's right on the line.
Oh, I have increased your tolerance quite a bit.
Yeah.
This is quite spicy.
Yeah, it's good.
It's very good. No notes.
Oh, how much time we got? Okay, I'm going to give you guys the brief version. But if anybody who's in this live right now wants more details on the recipe,
That was very good.
just message me and I'll break it down. So bottom line is I grew everything myself except the Celtic sea salt. Okay.
Huh?
The salt.
Oh.
Everything else, everything that's in this jar, I grew myself except the salt.
myself except the salt. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 50-50. Just pick a batch. It doesn't really matter how big because it just depends on how many jars you're going to get out of it. Could be 100 pounds, could be 5 pounds, whatever. But 50-50 cayenne peppers that I grow myself and I'm on like generation 7 of. So
they're old.
You're never going to be able to get the same exact cayenne. And they're
really good. I love
They are. And then 50-50 those cayenne peppers and red jalapeno peppers that I grow myself. You got to let them turn red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then those red jalapeno peppers, I take 50% of those and I smoke them. Get that kind of chipotle.
You should call this
flavor.
Sauce 50-50-50 sauce.
50-50-50 sauce.
Yeah, because that's so far.
Then I mix that with, I didn't exactly measure the total perfect amount, so I can't tell you exactly, but I'll tell you that it's probably roughly that much across the bottom of a half-gallon jar of garlic. Just break the cloves up and just smash them and throw it in there. And then about a quarter of a sweet onion, and then about a quarter of a carrot in there. The rest is all peppers, half-gallon jars. And then ferment it until the pH gets down to about 4.2-ish. 4 to 4.2. And then puree it and then run it through a screen.
Yeah.
And then jar it. I probably fermented it.
I got scolded. Was it this morning you scolded me? Because his last batch, I ate it all.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't get any.
Oh yeah. So I made this. I made like 10 jars. Okay. And she was like, "Woohoo! I can eat this in no time." And I was like, "Whoa,
dressing on my
don't
salad.
eat it in no time because it takes a long time to make this stuff."
I made that batch last a while.
Yeah.
And I saved some over there, but then when nobody else you weren't eating it, so then I started eating it.
See, I like to have
In
some.
fact, I just used the last bottle.
Okay.
So I made it last.
Because I can't make any more until.
I know.
Ooh. I mean, I can make some kind of a hot sauce earlier in the summer, but I can't make this.
I know.
Till end of summer. When the jalapenos turn red.
Well, and I can buy stuff other places and make it for me.
That's true. I could buy peppers and make hot sauce. But here's
White
the problem.
Rock, what's going on, Tara and Jason?
Any peppers? Oh, what's up? White Rock. Any peppers that we would buy right now today The problem is we would be buying them
Avocados from Mexico.
from Mexico, and Mexico is currently run by terrorist organizations
We
as
can
of
say
2
that
days
now.
ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not really fond of buying produce out of Mexico till we get some of this sorted out.
Charlotte Oker said, I had my mom visiting when Mike's pepper video came out talking about letting the jalapeno peppers turn red. That's right. That's right.
Got to do it. You don't have to let them all turn red. You can, yeah, I'll bring some, Jason, I'll bring some hot
You
sauce
better
up there
hide it now.
next year, to the fishing trip or to one of the meetups.
Oh, there's a meetup in May.
I'll see you before then. Ooh, I may not be able to make any hot sauce before May unless I buy peppers.
We'll save one of these.
Yeah, I'll save one of these and bring it.
Go hide it
May.
in your sock drawer because that's the only place I won't look.
I won't look there either. I don't ever put my socks away. What are you talking about?
So accurate.
They sit in a
In the
basket till I put them on. Yeah,
I'm like,
terrible.
which one's the clean basket when I come in with laundry for
It's
him?
terrible, but it's true.
Oh my goodness. I could totally lap up all your hot sauce, Mike. Kinky.
I don't think he meant it to be kinky. That's
Well, I think,
all you.
no, I think that's Tara saying that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's I'm gonna make a lot more hot sauce next year. I hope. I know I'm gonna make a lot more summer sausage this year because how many deer do I have hanging out in the shop right now?
47.
There's a lot of deer.
There's a lot of deer.
There's a lot of dead deer.
A lot of dead deer. A lot of dead deer.
Yeah.
There's deer. Here, deer.
And
there,
I was even
deer,
thinking
everywhere,
about going
deer,
hunting
deer.
tomorrow.
Are you serious?
I was considering it because it's Thursday.
We have to buy another freezer.
No, I can make it fit.
Okay, Dexter. Jesus. All right.
I mean, we
Same
got
for the
plans
recipe
Friday,
in
Saturday.
The regular comments. I chose honey barbecue sauce mild as my ingredients because of childhood and not burns all the way down. I'll be real honest with you. I kind of know what he puts in it, but like I was not fully listening to that whole explanation because I was trying to scan through comments.
Alex doesn't think the cartels make money off peppers, maybe off coke. Coke's old. I mean, the money they're making now is more fentanyl than there's probably still some coke. But Alex, I encourage you to do some research into the Mexican cartels and avocados. Anywhere where there's money, if there's money to be made, and it's something that can grow in Mexico during an off season to America, the cartels got their hands in it.
Oh, fermented in. He's got these glass jars with the glass weight that goes on it and the little thing that goes on the top. It's a special lid that like lets the air do its thing.
So it's a
fermenting
water chamber that so the bubbles can escape, and then they'll bubble up through the water, but air can't go the other direction and introduce into this.
Tara and Jason said they have to make a supply run yet tonight, but they wanted to bop in and say hello. Y'all have an amazing night. You too, guys. Happy bopping in this cold weather.
Absolutely. Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, the cartel also got involved in horse racing, says Marie.
Yeah, the cartels are involved in a whole lot more than people realize.
It's more than just human trafficking.
Right.
So much more.
And they really are running the government down there.
No.
So not for long though.
Mike will make the venison fit by eating more of it before it gets to the freezer. Maybe. We might eat a little more venison here and there between now and then. We'll
Spicy
see.
mustards.
He has not made any spicy mustards, but I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, I'll tell you the reason I haven't is because I don't make mustard, right? So I would be starting with a bought product and then doctoring it, or I would be growing mustard, crushing mustards. I don't even know.
Well, I think you would just get mustard seeds and make the powder, and then.
Yeah, it's worth looking into. I enjoy mustard.
I do too. I love.
And
mustards.
I like
all different
Dijons and spices.
Oh, I just got me excited now. You just opened up the whole new thing for me to tell him to make.
Making it home, go home.
I'm gonna be like, make me mustard, make me mustard. Yeah, and then we'll take some of Tim's honey We'll make a honey mustard with it. We can do all the things.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Telling you.
It's something I have never looked into. So
it's never occurred to me until you just said that.
I'm willing to look into it.
Yeah.
Trick is a great white wine. Can it be? Is there such thing as a great white wine? Because I'm not a wine drinker.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, like to me, if a great white wine would be like a Pinot Grigio, right? Because I'm not a wine drinker.
I think he just means like don't buy 2 buck chuck. Buy something that's like good because it's going in the sauce. I think is what he means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy in an instant pot. We have one of those.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if you could.
I do not ferment in vinegar. When you ferment something,
a dry white.
If you ferment it long enough, it will become vinegar. Really, essentially, that's how vinegar is made. And the lower the pH, the closer to a vinegar flavor you get. So if you got the pH of this down to, into the mid 3s, it would become very vinegary. But you have to get the pH down to at least 4.2 in order for it to be shelf stable. So you can use vinegar to make hot sauce. That's a whole different process than the one I do. A nice dry white. See, I'm not a dry white kind of guy, but in the process of cooking, that's fine. A nice Chardonnay. A nice Chardonnay is lovely. All right. Yeah, I don't know my wines, but I would say
more of your red wines than your white wines, probably. Like Malbec and Merlot.
Yeah, I mean I enjoy a Malbec.
What's that other one that's with a C? That's dark.
Cabernet.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but there was another one I was thinking of.
With a C.
The Italian one. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Chianti. Okay. Boone's Farm. There we go. Come on, Larry. Now you're talking.
Strawberry Boone's Farm, no less, because that was like our loved one when we were first dating. Strawberry Boone's Farm.
Invest in a stainless steel still. I don't really need a still for this type of fermenting. The still is really for a different type of fermenting. When you're trying to pull the higher octane stuff off of a mash. But stainless steel, carboy, big fermenting chamber. Oh yeah. I could see myself getting to that point.
No.
Thank you, Auntie Ann. I can see myself getting to that point. Using a great stout beer for mustard. Now we're talking. Like a Guinness. Ooh. Where do we learn how to do some of the things we do? Example, processing birds, making sauces.
Like where did we learn? Is that what she means?
There's if you want to learn something, Hope, if you want to learn something, you just have to look for the information. So let's say, for instance, that you wanted to learn how to raise a chicken, right? Seems simple enough. Buy a bird and toss it out in the backyard. Well, there's things you have to learn. So you would watch some videos on YouTube of people who raise poultry, and you would learn things from chicken ladies like this one right here.
Yeah, and I think you join some groups on whatever the animal is or whatever the topic is, and just read through some of the different posts and the answers to it. I found that to be one of the most helpful things. Read through the threads. I feel like that gives a good overview of.
And then start small.
Yeah.
Right? You can't learn anything just by that's not true. You can learn algebra just by studying, but you can't learn farming just by studying, right? You learn a little bit, and then you try it and you do it, and you hone that skill, and you make mistakes, and then you say, man, I want to process one of my own birds. It's actually not that hard. It's terrifyingly scary if you've never done it.
He's gonna close you out.
I'm gonna. Who's up next?
MT?
DD5. Oh, DD5. DD5?
DD5 and then MT.
Okay. All right. Auntie Ann, tell me when DD5 actually launches. I'm gonna stay here till they're actually online. So I'll be looking for a message from you saying, "Shut up, DD5's live." But anyway, as I was saying, you know, no matter how terrifying something seems, you know, my very first, yeah, hard to learn where to trout fish. Well, but you can Google it, right? You Google it. Where can I trout fish? And like around here, there's no trout fishing, but it's only a few hour drive to some trout fishing waters. Um, that's right. Many failures to become successful. You, yeah, you gotta. Don't be afraid to fail. That's how you learn to do something. Is don't be afraid to fail. That's reality right there. I like that. Who said that? Okie Homestead. Thank you. I've heard that a million times, and I've always agreed with it. But that's right. Thank you, Larry. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We appreciate that. Dad always told me the best knowledge is learned hands-on. That's so true. But as a parent, we always want to be able to teach our child something so that they don't have to make that mistake. And nobody's ever going to learn by being told. You got to do it. You got to make that mistake. You got to hit your thumb with the hammer. You got to climb that tree and fall out of it. You got these. Don't climb that tree. You're going to fall. Well, go ahead. That's how you're going to learn. What happened here? I don't know what I did. Okay. So yeah, anyway, we were talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about before somebody asked the question about the DD5's live. Shut up. Hey, thanks guys. Love you. Go say hi to DD5. Tell them we love them. Send some love from 3 Mississippi. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and safety's off. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off. I don't ever do this part. End stream. Here we go. End stream. Mike, shut up. DD5's live.